Hey yard friends, welcome to vlog number 4. I'm Amanda at Stitch Banshee on Instagram. I'm also the dyer behind Banshee Dyes. You could find me at Banshee Dyes on Instagram or bansheedyes.etsy.com to shop all of my yarn. I'm excited. I have so much to show you. Let's talk about my new whips, what I've been knitting up with the Banshee Dyes yarn. We're gonna cover it all. Let's see. So first off, today is the 29th of December. So I recently finished my Advent project. This is a Round and Round Cowl by Kay at the Crazy Sock Lady. It is so tall, guys. It scooches down to be like the coziest thing ever. And the stripes are all such beautiful colors. I really love this project. I picked it especially because it was small. So each of the daily stripes, only 6 rows, probably 3, maybe 4 grams of yarn. So a super reasonable goal. Last year I committed myself to a much larger project and it is still not done. So I knew I wanted to do an Advent this year and I wanted to finish an Advent this year. So I counted down to Christmas. I celebrate Christmas. So I have 25 stripes. This yarn is from Bumblebee Acres Farm. And that's their handle on Instagram as well. Go follow them. Like, it's an actual homestead. They have sheepies and whatnot. It's so cute. And it's such beautiful earthy colors. This particular set is inspired by the Lord of the Rings. So last year they did the Fellowship of the Ring, and I missed that. But this year is the Two Towers. And the daily opening progressed really well from the beginning of the movie all the way over to the end. So that was a lot of fun. I got to rewatch all of the movies while I was knitting. It's just a really fun memory. You could tell that I finished this recently because all of the ends are still hanging out. Y'all, there are 50 ends here. I think I've done 4 of them. 46 ends left to do. So I imagine I'll be wearing this for quite a while before I get around to that. They're all tied off. I was considering doing like a lining and just kind of tucking the ends inside, but I love the drape and it scrunches down so well right now. I don't really want to mess with that. Yeah. So that's the cowl I worked on this December. And like I said, really small bursts, so it was great. I was still able to do all my gift knitting. Near the end there, I fell behind almost a full week, but I finished it in a day or so because it was so manageable, realistic goals. So, happy December. I also finished a Banshee Dyes project. Some super cute socks. All the holiday mood over here. Yes, I used, we talked about this last time, Kraken and Kelp Forest. Certainly not intentional holiday colors, but I think they turned out super cute. And then I just have some spare Knit Picks Sparkle in the white for the contrast colors. So I think I'll have to do this again and see if I can figure out, I don't know, good red, white, and blue 4th of July color. Even if it's not intentional, just mix and match, make some holiday knits. Yes. The pattern is the Cozy Scrappy Socks by Emma. She's bloom.create on Instagram. And I think this is a free pattern now, so you can find that through all her stuff. It's free. Certainly not the first pattern you want to knit because it is more of a recipe. She gives you approximate values for each of the stripes and how long you should go and whatnot, but you've kind of got to piece together the different parts of a sock. And I did my favorite little bit where I alternate. They're just a smidgen mismatched, but like clearly they go together. Yes. And I'm gonna wear these all summer too because this looks like a watermelon to me. So these will also be my summer socks. I love that. Plus they're socks. No one can tell if your feet are celebrating a holiday that is not currently happening. So great. Yeah, so I've enjoyed all of my super festive December knits, but I'm definitely looking forward to getting more on track with just plain old winter knits. No deadlines, just finish it before it stops snowing. And if you don't, it'll snow again next year. Right? Let's see. And I say that, this one's not a winter knit at all. This is a bralette that I'm knitting. And it looks ridiculous right now. Right? There's no way this is my size, but it does stretch quite a bit. And I am confident. This is the Ripple Bralette pattern by Jessie May. And yes, she has so many great bralette patterns, so she definitely has intimate knowledge of the bust. So I trust her. It's going to turn out well. Yes, I'm very excited. I'm knitting this pattern for the Threadbare Craft Along by Shelly Can. And the premise is that you are supposed to knit, crochet, make, sew, something with a fabric or yarn that is close to your skin tone. Something that you maybe wouldn't consider usually, right? We're just gonna lean into that. Get naked. So this is, yeah, a little lighter than my skin tone, but since it's a bralette, right, that's where I am the lightest. Don't see no sun. Super cute. The yarn is by Gabriella of Gabriella Makes. It's the toasted, there it is, warm marshmallow colorway. I got this through her fall mystery yarn club, and I am so glad that I signed up because these are, all three of them that I received in the fall were colors that I don't think I would usually purchase, but I absolutely love it now that I'm working with it. It is such like a subtle tan. It's got shifts. I'm using a fingering weight yarn held double for the DK weight bralette pattern, just to work it up a little quicker. But I think that also helps hide a lot of the potential pooling you would get with a hand-dyed yarn. This is a very tonal colorway, so I don't know that I would have had any problems with pooling regardless, but now I definitely won't. Yeah, so I'm very excited to finish that up. Plus, I think it's just a practical item to own. A bare bralette that you could wear underneath more mesh knits or just light colored clothing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get tons of use out of it. I'm also working on a super exciting project. I wasn't gonna tell y'all till I got a decent chunk of it done, but I think I finally have enough. I am designing my very first pattern. This is a knit pattern. I also crochet, so I intend to do both in the future. But this guy is knit. It is in my kelp forest colorway, with these beautiful cables, kind of looking like kelp, going up. Since kelp forest is such a, I use a speckling process, so there's a lot of depth to the color, but it's not necessarily like variegated. So the cables still pop out really well. They'll look a lot nicer once they're blocked correctly. But you know, it's a very simple pattern. The kelp going up. I'm gonna have it folded over for a double thick layer. So super cozy. I am just really excited about the stitch pattern. It is so repetitive and simple, and while I absolutely love to make things that are more complicated or crazy, wild, they've got fringe hanging off and baubles everywhere, I find myself wearing more of the everyday simple looks. So this is kind of on the edge of that, right? It's got the classic ribbed cowl with just a bit of flair with those cables. If you are not familiar with cables, or if you're trying to learn how to cable without a needle, by the end of this bad boy, you are going to be a pro. I have all of mine twisting to the right, just for order. But it would be easy to modify this to have some cables going to the right, some to the left, some thinner, some wider. I could see people taking this in all different directions, which I think would be so cool. What else do I have to say? Guys, I'm so excited. A little nervous, but it's coming along. This will be a single skein project. So right now I'm working it up in Scary Sock. This feels like maybe a third of the way done, closer to 2/5. So just knit, keep going. I'll also be grading it to DK weight, since I carry the Danger DK as well, and that'll make for a quicker knit, though I am enjoying the Netflix knitting style of this, where I could just keep going forever. You could see near the beginning I've got a couple where I messed up the cables. They're a little shorter than the others, but just hide that closer to the neck. Yeah, I'll be grading to DK as well. And this will be coming out soon-ish, so expect a tester call sometime in the new year, if I can get y'all to help me out with that. And then, yeah, releasing sometime in the spring before it stops snowing. Yes. So branching out, trying new things, getting some design skills. Special shout out to Pattern Greenhouse. I've been doing their business plan challenge throughout December. So Pattern Greenhouse is a great resource for new like myself, and also more established knit and crochet wear designers. I'm able to plan out everything I want to happen. I have a space to put all of my ideas, keep it together. Lots of blog posts about working to your strengths and whatnot. So I've been enjoying that this December. Definitely helped me kick in the pants to just get it done. It's been in my brain for a while, so really looking forward to having that pattern out there in the world. Great. So we've talked about what I'm wearing, my finished socks, all the whips. I think the only thing left is to talk about Banshee Dyes news. So I have a sneak peek of a new colorway that y'all have actually seen before. This is Basking Shark. And way back in October, I was sneak peeking this in my occultist pullover. But this Friday, the yarn will be coming to the stores. So that's the 1st, January 1st. It is beautiful. It's got like a tannish blue undertone with blue purple speckles. And my absolute favorite part of hand-dyed yarn is when the dye breaks. So you put blue dye down, or a purple dye. You put a purple dye down, and purple is made up of blue pigments and red pigments. And sometimes the dye, instead of going down straight as purple, it'll break into the different pieces. And it's not necessarily red and blue makes purple, but it's more to do with the color of the actual pigment itself, like the grains of color. And it doesn't happen all the time, and it does it in such unexpected ways. But the color that I use for Basking Shark is very prone to breaking, which I know would be a problem for a lot of people, but I am here for it. It is one of my favorite colors. So you see all those little pink speckles? I did not put any pink into this skein of yarn. Those are all just beautiful, happy little accidents. So great. Yeah, so Basking Shark, look out for that this Friday. Let's see. I think that's it. Well, I will see you soon in a few weeks for the next vlog, number 5. And I'll show off more of my cowl. I'll probably have some new colors to show you by then, so keep an eye out. Yeah, well, you can find me on Instagram at @StitchBanshee for all of my makes, a little bit goofier over there, or Banshee Dyes on Instagram for all Banshee Dyes yarn all the time, all the newest stuff. I'm also on Etsy at bansheedyes.etsy.com. That's where you could shop all of my yarn. Great, it was good to talk to y'all. I'll see you next time.